Hi guys!
Hiya!
Leanne and Kirsty here for today's video. We'll wait for a few to join us, and while we do that, Kirsty, you can talk while I'm looking at the other screen here.
Okay, alright, well hi everyone. We are live streaming. This is my first live streaming video, so thanks for inviting me, Leanne.
That's exciting!
I am a bit excited. You guys are excited. You never know what's going to happen. We are live streaming from Melbourne. We're in Melbourne tonight. We're doing an Aussie tour at the moment. So we've been all around the country and it's been good fun. So Melbourne tonight, we're heading to Sydney bright and early. Hi Claire! Heading to Sydney bright and early tomorrow morning. We've got a big event on in Sydney on Saturday, and then, yeah, we'll be heading home after that. So it's been a good fun week.
It's exciting but sad. I don't want to go home.
Well, yes,
I
do. The kids aren't watching.
Hey kids! And hey Marie, we see ya, and Debbie Sue, we see you there too. Excited. We'll wait for a few others and we'll get rocking and rolling. In the meantime, guys, if you have any questions that you would like to ask my special guest Kirsty, then definitely pop them in the little message box below. You can get those started anytime. If we're still busy chatting, we'll definitely get back to you. And Debbie Sue, why are you laughing at us?
Oh, I love those love hearts. That's cool.
And we've got Sarah.
Hi,
hey
Sarah.
Great to see you last night. So last night we had our Melbourne event, which went really well, which is exciting.
Yeah, great energy. And Melbourne's turned on the weather for us. We've been really fortunate. So being Queensland girls, we don't like to get cold. It's been lovely.
Yeah, well, in saying that, we just went out to dinner and walked home and there was like the freezing cold breeze.
It was cold at night, yeah.
But apart from that, it was fine. It was all good. So, awesome. So I see we've got quite a few on, so thanks for joining us. And what are we talking about today, Kirst?
We're going to talk about how to stay motivated, which is exciting, and I think we're going to bounce off each other and throw a few questions around. And if you guys have got any questions, then definitely... I don't know, what do they do? Pop them in the little box or something?
In the message box.
Okay, cool. So pop a message in the message box if you've got any questions around... Oh, that's cool. Hi, Sam. Around how to stay...
Just a few.
Hi, Kelly. Because you're happy. Thanks, Debbie Sue. Yeah, so how to stay motivated. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, about, just finding your inner motivation. I guess we picked that topic because as lots of you would be well aware, we are both entrepreneurs and online business owners, and because we work from home, we work online, we're not in an environment where we've got people holding us accountable for what we're doing. We work for ourselves, we set our own goals. It's a big thing. It's really important that we stay motivated so that we can continue raising the bar and continue achieving our goals.
Absolutely.
So that's our topic for tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As you can see, we're coming live from Melbourne tonight. You can see we've got a lovely beds behind us.
Hi, Susan.
So yeah, this is our lovely backdrop today, but best we can do.
Best hotel beds ever. We're at the Marriott in Melbourne, and I've stayed at a few Marriotts before. Love the Marriott in Surfers Paradise on the Gold Coast. That's got to be an absolute favourite. We've done some amazing events there over the last few years. But I rate best hotel beds ever in the Marriott.
I think so. Well, the last two hotels we stayed at in Adelaide and also Perth, I swear to God, the beds were like a cloud.
Which you don't like.
No.
You like a firm bed.
Yeah, they were really soft, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to like sink into the bottom of the bed.
Leanne's bed fussy. I'm kind of not really. That doesn't
bed snob.
sound very nice, is it? But I let her pick the bed first. You should say it's pretty funny.
So nice.
She comes in and she bounces on the bed. She's got to lay on it, test it all out. So anyway, good fun.
All right. So Kirst, so tell us a bit about, how do you stay motivated? What's your tips that you'd like to share with everybody?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me, or the first thing that comes to mind, is something that I'm very clear on is my goals, and it's one thing just to get clear on your goals initially, but it's another thing to then I call it exposure. Keep being exposed to your goals, and that's something that's different for everybody. For me, something that works really well is actually writing my goals down every day. I know in the past I've used goal cards that stay in my purse, and so I would read them quite often, but I actually like writing out my goals every day. You know, why do we want to be motivated? We want to be motivated to achieve something, to go for a goal. So first you've got to be setting the goal, but then how do you stay motivated to achieve that goal? And you've got to have that constant reminder, whether it be a vision board, whether it be an affirmation that you have, whether it be that you're writing out your goals every day. I'm a big fan of having multiple goals, not just one big goal. I have short, medium and long-term goals, because I have found for me, and I know, Leanne, you're a little bit different on this. You're very much a one big goal kind of person. But for me, if I haven't got some other, small and medium goals on the way to my long-term goal that I can really tick off and celebrate, I lose my motivation. So, yeah, that's probably the first thing that comes to mind is have your goal and make sure you've got that daily exposure to what your goal is, that daily reminder of however it is. So, yep. What about you, Lee?
Well, I definitely like that too, and I definitely have a vision board as well. What I do, and I think you've seen on my phone, Kirsty, I have my screensaver. It comes up as my main goal as well. So every time my phone turns on, I'm reminded of that goal, right? So that works well for me. I have Post-it notes all around my house as well. That kind of works. Also, I heard this on something as well. Change your passwords to be related to that goal. Change the names of the family. Like, for example, I don't know if my mum knows this and whether she's watching, but her name comes up as the mother of the self-made millionaire when she rings me.
That's cool. That's cool, Diane. I like that.
And actually my husband too, that husband of the, self-made millionaire.
That's great.
So just everything to remind you of whatever the goal is, right? So that motivates you because you're thinking about it all the time. So if it's not at top of mind, then obviously, you're not going to be focused on it.
Yeah.
What else motivates me? Well, I suppose and I know that you said I'm kind of a bit different, but I do have smaller goals, and I sometimes do have two big goals as well. So I might have a business goal, and I just realised I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking over there. The camera's over here. So I do have like a big business goal, and then I do have like a fitness or a health goal as well. So as Shane talks about, having competing priorities is a good thing sometimes as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Having other things that you are working on, obviously. For me, I guess my big goal is just that very clear picture that I have of my future self, and there's a lot of components that that come to that, but I love that tip of changing the names in your phone. So my husband is now not going to be in my phone as Kevin. Not going to say what he's going to be in there as, but
you
anyway,
have to tell me later.
Yeah, we'll tell you later. You'll see when he rings me. So so that's great. So maybe we can talk about what happens if we feel that we've lost our motivation. How do we get it back? And what can cause us to lose motivation? So have you ever found in your career or your fitness goals or your family goals or whatever that you've lost your motivation for any particular reason?
Yeah, in business, not that much, but definitely with my fitness and health goals, I've definitely lost motivation along the way, and let's say gone off the beaten track and not followed through with, what it was that I wanted to achieve. However, I do continue to then get back on the track and keep working towards the goal. It just means that, I don't hit the goal in the time frame that I want, but know what? I just move the time frame.
Yeah.
That's not hard.
Yeah.
We've got someone from India.
Hi, Raja.
That's a first. Welcome. Great to have you here. I really just, I don't beat myself up if I fall off the beaten track and I'm, haven't hit the goal in the time frame. And hey, Annie, thanks for that. Great to see you too. So really, I suppose that's one of the tips is don't beat yourself up. If you don't hit the goal in the time frame and you have fallen off track with your health or fitness or your business goals, it doesn't mean you can't get back on track and still achieve that goal, right? You might just have to set a different time frame.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me of that that quote, I don't know whose quote it is, but anyway, you would have, plenty of people would have heard it before. Just because you've got one flat tire doesn't mean you slash the other three.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, just because you might have, just got off a little bit, off the track with whatever goal it is that you're working towards, it doesn't mean that you just throw that goal out the window and, sit on the couch and just, surrender and admit defeat kind of thing. Get up and go again. It's very, very rare that you'll find someone that has actually hit their goal the very first time they've gone for it. So, so that's cool. Well, I'll share about losing motivation. As you know, Leanne, I have been a bit of a stop starter with my goals.
Really?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my God.
Confessions of a stop starter. So I have been a stop starter for a long time in lots of different goals, business goals, family goals, financial goals, health goals, all of that kind of stuff. It's not just been in one particular area. It's been in all areas of my life. And I think, we've learnt a lot in the personal development programs that we utilise about the different roles that we play. And one of the roles that comes up for me quite often is the martyr. I'm always feeling like I'm the fixer-upper, the one that has to just fix up. I mean, are we allowed to swear on this? Does it have the E for explicit? Yeah, fix up shit when it happens, But once I was able to identify that, after someone had pointed out to me a few times, was it me? I was able to understand why that was happening and then put some tools and strategies in place to ensure that it didn't, continue to happen. Thanks, Leah. She says, I love your honesty. Thank you. So thank you. Being a stop starter, it then turned into, for me, more frustration about being a stop starter than what I was feeling before. So once I'd been able to recognise that, it became very frustrating, and then that became a big goal for me, was to not be a stop starter. The goal just became consistency in my life, just to not. Life is not a pursuit of perfection. I believe, we're always growing, we're always learning, we can always get better at what we do, and we can always set a higher bar for ourselves, but it just became about being more consistent and keeping an even flow with everything that I was working to. But any time that I would start, then there was a hell of a lot of motivation that went out of the door when I was stopping, and it was very, very hard to start again. And it's like when you're riding a bike, you've got your momentum going and you're pedaling, and you're cruising along down the road, which riding a bike is actually not something I'm very good at. Just ask my husband, he finds it hilarious, and we don't have bikes as a family because I'm really bad at balancing on a bike.
You were great on that tandem one we did. What was that like? What was that
called?
Oh
yeah, but how many wheels did we have on that thing? It was like a quad bike but a bicycle. Oh, that was hilarious.
And the mums won.
We did, yeah. We hired these little bikes. Lee will put a picture up for you guys. We hired these bikes, and the kids sat in baskets on the front, and we were pedaling away, but there was, I don't know, about 4 or 6 wheels or something on it, so it was well balanced. But it's like riding a bike, you get your speed up, you get your momentum up, and then it's easy to balance. But when you stop, then it's hard to start again. You've got to get that balance going again. Debbie Sue's popped a question in here. So what did you do to get started again? For me, it comes right back to the beginning. It's about getting clear on that goal again. And often what I found, the thing, if I can pinpoint exactly what it is, and usually I can, the thing that I have allowed to stop me. So it might be, we've moved house a few times over the last few years. We've had lots of, things that have popped up that have required extra attention and care and things like that. Often I will be able to identify what the thing was that I let stop me, and then I realise that I don't want anything like that to stop me again, and that's what motivates me to get going again so that I can be better structured last time. We can't ever guarantee that we're going to never lose our motivation, or that we're never going to stop going for a goal, or whatever it is. But if we're better armed with the tools to stay on track, then maybe we're not stopping for as long, or maybe it's just a little bit of a slowdown but not a complete stop, and then we can get that momentum going again. So identify why it is that you've lost your motivation, and then use that as your fuel and use that as your motivation to never have to lose that motivation again. You know, what do we say? Don't let the reason that you're going for a goal be the thing that stops you. So, for example, if your goal is to earn more income over the next 12 months because you're sick of not having enough to buy the things that you want to buy at the store, or, you know, go and visit the people that you want to visit, be at the events you want to be at, things like that, then don't let that be the thing that stops you from doing what's required to go for that goal. If it's a time factor, if you always find you're running out of time, then, you know, you've just got to rejig the schedule and don't let that be your excuse to actually get to where you want to go. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So guys, obviously we've got a special guest, Miss Kirsty, which is exciting. So keep posting questions for Kirsty because we've got another 15 minutes left, and Kirsty would love to answer any questions you might have.
Questions for Leanne. You can put your questions for Leanne.
They could do that any week. That's fine. So any questions you have for Kirsty, you know, Kirsty's a successful mum. She's a successful entrepreneur. You know, she's created great results in different areas of her life. So she's definitely got some awesome wisdom here, and she's just lovely as well. So if you have any questions, do pop them in. You've only got 15 minutes left to do that. So let's have a look. We've got, Annie said, listen to personal development. Well, that's definitely a key, right?
Absolutely.
If you want to create success, it all starts with the 6 inches between the ears, right?
Yep.
If you don't work on that, you're not going to get different results. What's that saying? If you do the same thing over and over and expect different results, isn't that
the definition of insanity?
Exactly.
Yep. And garbage in, garbage out. You know, it's what you put into your mind. If you're feeding it with the right nutrients, being personal development, then the decision, what's coming out of your mind is the decisions that you're making. It's the clarity and the thought processes to do what it takes to actually go for your goals. So your mind is going to completely dictate the actions that you take, and therefore the results that you get. So, you know, garbage in, garbage out, feed it with the right stuff so that you can have that clarity of mind every day to, you know, go ahead and do what you need to do.
Absolutely. Debbie Sue, love your work, Kay in LA.
LA.
LA. Lots of great tips. Thank you, Kay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Faye, fantastic. Great to see you last night, Faye. Claire, thank you. Great to see you last night as well.
Hi, Ray.
Hi, Ray. Ray's joined us. Right. Please suggest a great book to be motivated. That's a good one for you,
That's
Kirst.
a great question. Thanks, Raja. That's a great question. Grab a pen and paper.
We've got a list.
We've got a list. Yeah, we've got a list. Very first one that comes to mind for me is called The Circle Maker, and it's by Mark Batterson. That's Batterson, The Circle Maker. There's a few books in the Circle Maker range. There's also the Circle Maker for children. There's one called Be a Circle Maker. That's a shortened version. Don't get that one. Get the one that's called The Circle Maker. You'll be able to find it on Amazon or Book Depository or whatever by Mark Batterson. That's an absolute massive big favourite of mine. Yeah.
My favourite's actually How Would Love Respond by Kurek Ashley, and that's spelt Kurek and then Ashley. That's one of my favourites.
Yeah, cool. There's another one that I like, which is called The Art of Possibility, and I can't remember the author's names now. It's got a yellow cover. It's called The Art of Possibility, and oh my gosh, what's her name? Rosalind? No, can't remember. Anyway,
just Google it.
Yeah, the authors are they're in the music industry.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, they're from the Philharmonic Orchestra or something or other. Yeah.
Another one of mine is actually an audio book. I'm a big fan of audio books because I can kind of multitask while I'm listening. You know, it might be while I'm driving or exercising or whatever. My favourite one at the moment is Brian Tracy's Tips of a Self-Made Millionaire. I think it's 7 tips. I can't remember how many tips. Anyway, it's to do with self-made millionaires. So definitely, he's actually got a video of it. You can also get it on iTunes as an audiobook. I literally listen to that a couple times a week.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and something that he shares in that is everyone is just one skill away from doubling their income. You just got to figure out what that skill is, but one skill away. and everyone, you know, can become the top of, you know, in their industry. And any skill is learnt as well. You know, you can learn any skill that you want to learn. So lots of tips, so definitely go and check that one out. But we've got some other questions, so hopefully that helped you.
I just realised that you can see in the background there that I stole half the pillows off the bed. I'm a little bit OCD. Do you want to know why? Because I'm sitting on them, because I'm a little bit short.
And I'm still taller than her.
Yeah, I'm sinking down like crazy. Hang on.
Anyway,
let me sit myself back up again. All good.
There we go.
We're back.
Okay, so Claire, what do you do to keep your vibration high when faced with adversity?
Great question, Claire. Picturing is the first thing that comes to mind for me. I actually, so talking about when you're faced with adversity, I'll share with you. I've been through this phase twice in my life where I was waking up every day and I had to actually convince myself that I was still worth being here. So that's a little bit confronting to admit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I would do was when it wasn't so bad, I would wake up and I would run through my list of the things I was grateful for every day. I wouldn't get out of bed until I'd done a list of at least 10 things I was grateful for. But then I sunk into quite a dark place, and I literally had to convince myself that I was worth being here every day. And I would jump into a really hot shower every morning, and I would go through a list of reasons I was worth being here. You know, I would tell myself that I was a good mom, that I was a good friend, that I was a good sister, a good wife, all of these things. And some days it was really hard to get to like 3 things, and I would really, really work hard to convince myself of that. And it became quite a burden on me that's how I was feeling. And I shared it with my husband because I needed him to know where I was at, because I didn't want to go back to a place that was even worse than that. But I found just little daily practices that could assist me to get through that. And, you know, that was when I was at my worst, and then I would get better and I would wake up and I'd feel like I had a bit more strength than I had the day before. And so that day I would do my gratitude list. I didn't feel like I had to actually convince myself I was worth being here. So then I would do my gratitude list. So that was kind of a little step up. And that's something that is fairly consistent for me. But I guess I just put more energy and attention into it when I am facing more adversity for whatever reason. If it's for me, that's if it's like an ongoing adversity thing, something that is going to take some time to sort out, not just something that's going to take 5 or 10 minutes to sort out or shake off. If it's one of those things, a bit of adversity, just something goes wrong in your day and you know it's just a matter of sorting it out and being able to shake it off. Just confront it and get it done. Just do whatever you've got to do to sort it out, because know that you are tougher than absolutely any challenge that you're going to be faced with. Know you are. And then after it's sorted, then I put on Taylor Swift Shake It Off on YouTube. And so I crank up Taylor Swift Shake It Off and I dance around and shake it off.
We know that Kirsty loves Taylor Swift.
Whatever crazy, whatever music is your Taylor Swift Shake It Off song. Hope that helps, cool. Claire. Don't pay out my song choice.
We love it. So, we've got Nicola.
Hey, Nicola.
How are you planning?
Oh, how am I planning?
We might have missed some of that, Nicola. You might need to post the rest of the question. Maybe there's some more further down. We're just scrolling down the questions. So, Nicola, post again for us and maybe elaborate a little bit more. What have we got here? Faye, great to see you both last night. Looking forward to seeing you in Sydney.
Yes, see you there.
Yeah. Alex has joined us. Leah, me too. I think we're way behind. Oh, here we go, Nicola. Your days how are you planning your days while on tour to still keep your business, exercise? Loving to see you both live. Well, I'll let you cover that one.
How are we planning our days? She does that. She does that bit. So we planned our days before we started touring. So obviously all our flights and everything went in first, all of our presentations and everything that we were doing, any, you know, client appointments and stuff like that. So all of that went in first, stuff that we couldn't really change, can't get the airline to change flight times for us.
No.
We can get them to upgrade us, but we can't get them to change the flight. We're working on that though. It's
Yeah.
going to take a private jet. So all of that stuff went in first. And then what we did was we wanted to make sure that we did allocate time to get out each day and explore the city that we were in. So we
And
would
shop.
and shop. We literally just blocked out the time. We just allocated the time where it needed to be. And we're both fairly similar in that we like to get up and get out for a walk in the morning when we're somewhere foreign and chase the acai bowls in Melbourne. Don't
We didn't find one.
exist. But good thing was we walked about 3 extra Ks trying to find one.
And we've done this before. Where were we? In Brisbane.
Brisbane.
We had the acai bowl hunt in Brisbane. We ended up finding one though.
Found a really, really good one.
Yes.
Well, you said it was good. I still haven't had one. I'm an acai bowl virgin. So, yeah, we literally just booked it out. We just planned it before we got here. There have been obviously some slight changes and tweaks, but we also do find that balance on being flexible as well. As you know, we had a work call together today, Nicola, while we were all at breakfast. So it's just finding that balance. And what I find for myself, you know, when we're doing things like a tour, or if we're traveling with our family, or we've just got extra things on with, you know, at school with the kids or whatever it might be, I just find that working in that compressed amount of time, I just get stuff done quicker. You just get in, you get it done, because you know you've got this amount of, you know, calls and emails to get through, and you've got this amount of time to do it in. So yeah, you just get it done. So
Awesome. It says our connection's weak, so I'm hoping you guys can still hear us. Could you
how are we
please?
going for time?
What time? Yeah, good question.
Well, my clock's not right.
Oh,
So
let me have a
how are
look.
we going for time, guys?
A couple minutes.
Cool.
So, Leah, could you post the book, please? Sure, I'll try and remember to do that. No, remind me if I don't. The name of it. Okay, we can do that. Faye, another awesome audio set, Brian Tracy Success Mastery Academy.
Cool.
That's a mouthful and a half.
Thanks for that tip.
Debbie Sue, awfully glad you convinced yourself, Kay, and I have a friend who is going through something similar, and I will share your strategy with her.
Oh, beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah, share away. I hope it assists.
Love it, Kirsty. Well, that's awesome, Kay. Thank you.
You're welcome, Claire.
Leah lost us, but we're back now, so that's all good. Gemma, hi. Hey, Gemma, and this is Kirsty.
Hi Gemma.
Annie, music is so good for the soul and one's vibration.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Robin's
Maybe
late.
not my singing. My singing's probably not good for anyone's soul.
Nah, neither's mine, so it's all good. And Robin said, oops, I'm late.
Oh, hi Robin. That's okay. Time zones are a bit funny this week.
You'll have to just catch the recording, but that's okay. You can still comment.
All good.
And Faye, so sound all good. Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, any last questions, guys, before we wrap for my special guest, Miss Kirsty? So any last questions you'd like to ask her about, you know, hello. Hi, Robin. Great seeing you last night too. I was glad that you last minute jumped on the flight and joined us, which is super cool. But yeah, any last questions, guys? We are going to wrap in a moment. And also, as I say every week, make sure you do post any topics that you'd like me to cover, or private message those to me. We've still got one more event left. So we have Sydney on Saturday.
Hi Shani. We'll see you Saturday.
So if anybody is in Sydney or near Sydney and would like to come along, just pop me a private message as well. And guess what? We're going to be doing another tour.
Yay!
Yay! In April.
Yeah.
So we're going to be coming around again. So if we missed you and you want to come along, let us know. No questions, but congratulations, Kirsty. You're an
thank you.
inspiration.
Thanks,
and
Faye.
you got lots of love.
Nice. Love.
And we'll see you too, Robin, on Saturday. And with that, unless any other quick questions pop up, we'll wrap. So Debbie Sue, thank you both for a lovely honest share, and I really enjoyed being here. And yay, Robin. All right, well, anything you want to say goodbye? And hey, Joe, see you there.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up with that, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for being here for my first Facebook Live video.
Yay, she's no longer a virgin.
I'm not a... And I'm so glad it was with you guys.
All right, thanks, guys. We love you.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.